So this coming E3 that's in about a month or two is going to mark the basically 5-year anniversary that I've been a content creator, putting content on YouTube and also written content on my blog and on other various websites. So it's going to be, I've been doing this for about 5 years. I started way back, well, not way back, but 5 years ago in 2014 when I was both doing my own channel, both starting my own channel, and also doing the Super Gilly Brothers shows with my brothers Gopher Bull and Goats, House of Goats, whatever name he's going by, was going by then or is going by now. So it's been 5 years. And I'm kind of reaching, I guess you could call it that 5-year itch, where you're kind of like, I feel like something needs to change. Doing this for 5 years, fairly consistently, I've tried different things here and there, and I've never gotten the reaction that I was ever looking for. I've never, picked up any momentum. If anything, I feel like I've lost momentum, not in creating the content or making sure the content is consistent and going out on a schedule, but just from fans' reaction or from audience. I just felt like my audience, after everything I would try, after everything I would do, would just get smaller and smaller and smaller. So, over the past couple weeks, along with just being very busy because I am in grad school right now, and both working and studying at the University of New Orleans in grad school, and also just other stuff that is kind of going on in my life, I know that I haven't been the most consistent with content just yet, or rather I just haven't been the most consistent with content. And that's something, the reason for that is because it's this 5-year itch. I feel like I need to change something, and I don't know what that is, and I feel like I have to re-examine some of my priorities with why I'm doing this channel. So from the beginning, when I first started doing this, it was because I wasn't in the greatest place in my life. It was a very difficult time for me, and I started doing this because it was kind of a creative outlet for me to have, for me that, whatever else is going on in my life, I have this fun, cool thing that I can be doing while I'm creating this content and while I'm dealing with this other stuff. And then I started doing with Super Gilly Brothers, where me and my brothers were doing it. And then more and more I started to put more and more effort into my channel here and also on my blog with all of my written content. And the motive for just wanting it to be a creative outlet for me changed to, I really want to do this. This is something that I really want to do. I want to do it well, and I want to do it professionally. And it's the reason I'm going to grad school now, is so that I can become and learn how to be and become a journalist, a pop culture journalist, or an entertainment journalist, or video game journalism, whatever you want to call it, whatever label you want to put on it. I want to be a journalist, and this is the stuff that I want to cover. This is the stuff I want to report on. This is stuff I want to talk about, that I want to write on. And because, one, I enjoy doing it, and that's the community I want to be a part of. I want to be able to go to conventions and go to different events and report on them and talk to people about this stuff because I genuinely enjoy it. And then the other motivation for this was because I know what it's like to feel like you don't have a voice. I know what it's like to feel like you can't talk about this thing because you think it's going to be stupid, or because you think someone's going to judge you because people are assholes. And, I know how that feels, so I wanted to make sure that my content was always open to others to be like, hey, if this is stuff you want to talk about too, feel free, talk about it with me, and, let's do something, let's talk about this. And it's not that so much that I want to build subscribers or build an audience. I genuinely want to build a community. That's what I want to do. That's what I've been wanting to do for so long. And after 5 years, it feels like I'm going backwards. That every new thing I try, it has the exact opposite effect of what I want. And I want to figure out why, and figure out why I can do this better. Now, yes, creating this content should be fun, and I do enjoy the work. I do enjoy thinking of videos and writing about all of this stuff. I do enjoy doing this work. But I need to find that balance between where I enjoy the work that I'm doing and that I'm successful in the work that I'm doing, and figure out what that middle ground is, what it is that I can do to be better at this, because I do want to be successful at this. I want to become a professional doing this for a living. not specifically making YouTube videos, but doing this for a living, you know, working with a company or a website like IGN or Nerdist or any other number of companies and websites that do like professionally report on this stuff. It's what I want to do. So I need to figure out what it is I'm doing wrong, or what it is I'm just not doing right, or not doing as much of it as I should. Figure that out and change how I'm doing that. Now, I do have some very minor ideas that aren't, you know, earth-shattering or anything like that, but they are just some minor ideas that I have. But most importantly, I want to hear from you. I'd love it if you, as someone who watches YouTube, who looks for videos on YouTube, who likes talking about this stuff, who's seen my videos, I want to hear from you feedback. I like to know, what do you like? What do you not like? What is strong? What is weak? What do you want to see more of? What do you want to see less of? I want to hear directly from you so I can know and figure out how best to deliver this content in the way that you would enjoy, that we would both enjoy. You know, as much as I do want to make this content for an audience and build a following, I also want this content to be something I personally would be really into, something I personally would watch on YouTube or read on the internet. So I need to find that balance, and to do that, I really need to hear from you. I know I've asked a few times now. I've asked individual people that I know to look at it, and, you know, I understand everyone has their own stuff in their life and they, you know, just can't get around to it. I get that. I've asked just on the internet in general, like, hey, what do you think of my content? And I never get anything back. So maybe this is the definition of insanity, that I'm doing the same thing and expecting a different result, but so be it. So I'm asking you, what do you like and what do you not like about my content? I would love to hear your responses in the comments of this video or on any of my social media. In the meantime, no, there's not going to be any other content this week, just because, like I said, I am working part-time and doing grad school, all of it around grad, like I'm working at my university as well as studying for grad school. So like that's pretty much where the majority of my effort is spent now. And I am kind of like readjusting how I schedule things and what things I might do less or more of just on a scheduling basis. But I'd like to know what, I'd like to hear from you so that I can find that balance both in just creating the content and creating the content that we both would really enjoy. So let me know in the comments of this video or on any of my social media. With that said, I will be back next week. Ideally, I'll be back next week with a regular video and hopefully some written content for you. If that's what I decide, that's what I'm going to continue doing. So let me know and make sure you have fun.